We're in the Yum Center here in Louisville, Kentucky. We just watched Kansas defeat Maryland 79-63, South Region semifinal. The Jayhawks will now play Villanova on Saturday night for the right to go to the Final Four. I think there were a lot of praises to sing here tonight. I'll start with I think Kansas' defense was outstanding, especially in the second half. But we can talk about Perry Ellis and the bigs. We can talk about the guards. But Jesse, what did you see? Where did this game turn for Kansas?
I'll start with what I wrote with, which is
go.
Perry Ellis and the 27 points he had. I think the knock on Kansas with some people coming into the tournament was these other teams like have Denzel Valentine, they have these Buddy Hield, they have the go-to guys. Who's going to step up for KU when they need a shot? And then we saw at the beginning of the second half, it was Perry Ellis, jump shots, drives to the lane, free throws, had 13 points in a 9-minute stretch and built KU's lead from 2-11 from then. KU was basically in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, played with a lot of confidence, I thought. He always plays with confidence, but even more so today. He wasn't afraid to step outside and take that 15, 18-footer. So did you write about Perry?
I didn't write about Perry. I looked for a more nuanced thing, which might be, in fact, contrived.
Do tell.
Because of the deadline that was upon us. But I wrote about Selden a little bit more, and just – if nothing else, what I thought about tonight was you're now at a point with Selden where I think you can count on him to show up. And really, I've still kind of been waiting for that trap door a little bit, even as he's kind of gotten his footing. The number that always stood out to me is he had 10 points total in his first 4 NCAA tournament games, those first 2 seasons. And he's had more than that in each tournament game this year. And it won't stand out as much as Ellis in the box score, but the things he was doing in the first half when they were throwing the ball away right and left and taking bad shots. He was stabilizing things a little bit.
Yeah, I thought his three-pointer with about 50 seconds to go at the end of the first half, which gave Kansas a lead that they never gave up, was pretty big. And I thought he was big early in the second half. He and Perry Ellis were they scored 14 points before the first TV timeout, and I think Ellis and Selden had most of those. So what'd you see?
Well, there's an aggression with Selden, I think, like since maybe the Baylor game, since the Ish Wainwright dunk. He seems to be playing with a lot more aggression that KU really needs. If Mason sure looks like he's playing hurt, right? And Devontae Graham, I think, was sick tonight but wasn't very effective. And they really needed Selden to go along with Ellis. But I also thought that this game was like largely won in the first half because they weren't hitting shots. Maryland was, I thought, more aggressive. They're taller, they're blocking shots. And I think we've all seen KU lose that game in March before. And they actually came out of that first half with a lead, which I thought gave them a ton of confidence going forward. And I thought that's how they won the game. That set up their second half run.
I agree.
I think I'm going to start writing that here in a little bit.
I thought it was interesting when Suleiman stole the ball from Graham right before the end of the first half. With the second to go, was wide open for the three. Would have given Maryland the lead at halftime, maybe changed the feel of the whole thing. Missed the wide open three. I thought the defense that Kansas played on Melo Trimble and Rashid Suleiman was outstanding. Great team defense, but especially Mason and Devontae Graham. So we'll talk a lot more about Kansas and Villanova, the right to go to the Final Four. The top 2 seeds in the South region are going to play Saturday night. Game time, tip time, I think, is 7:49 Saturday night here at the Yum Center. Follow the coverage of Kansas, print editions of the Kansas City Star online at kansascity.com.